Okay, you are observing the control charts for variables. Variables charts are the X bar chart, R bar chart. This concept comes under Unit 5. What is the title of the Unit 5? SQC stands for Statistical Quality Control. How to define quality? Quality is the fitness for the purpose at lowest cost. What is the meaning of this sentence? A product or component or an item is said to be quality means if it fits well within the equipment, then only we can say this is a quality product or quality component or okay. Next, coming to the control charts. What do you mean by control chart? What is the purpose of it? Control chart is a chart. By using this chart, we can observe the process, maybe manufacturing process. Whether the manufacturing process is under control or not, we can observe that information by using control charts. There are two types of causes for process variability. What is the first one is the chance causes, second one is the assignable causes. Based on these two causes, in a manufacturing process, there is some variability. Variability means changes in the dimensions. For example, a company is manufacturing some shafts of diameter, some diameter. So, variability parameter is the diameter. So, if the diameter is not maintaining standard means it may not fit to the device. Then it is considered as a scrap. Therefore, we have to control, we have to monitor that produced product by observing or collecting data from time to time. After collecting data, next we are going to plot chart, maybe X bar chart. What is the meaning of X bar? X means variable. Bar means mean of the items. X bar means we are going to evaluate the mean of the samples. R means range. Range in the sense how much variability is there among the samples. How much variability. So, in order to assess the variability, we use R chart, that means range chart. For assessment of mean of the samples, we are going to draw or plot the X bar chart, means mean chart. Simply we can remember, X bar chart means mean chart, R chart means range chart. What is the purpose of control chart? Control chart is used to check whether the manufacturing process is under control or out of control. Okay. This control charts are of two types. What are they? Control charts for variables. This is one type. Second one is the control charts for attributes. I will explain these two types of charts by considering an example. First, I will define this control charts for variables. What do you mean by control charts for variables? This is a very important question. Observe the slide. If the quality characteristic is capable of quantitative measurement and is a continuous variable, then those charts are known as control charts for variables. Consider the case of shafts, mechanical shafts. Shaft is one of the component used in automobile or every vehicle. Therefore, in case of shaft, dimension is very important one, diameter. So in the olden days, that diameter may be different. From one shaft to the other shaft, it may be varying. What are the reasons for getting variation? Due to some causes. Causes may be chance causes or assignable causes. Assignable causes happens due to the workers' negligence, etc. Chance causes may be due to sudden voltage, sudden increase in voltage, sudden decrease in voltage, power fluctuations, etc. Okay? Okay. Control charts for variables. If the quality characteristic is capable of quantitative measurements and is a continuous variable, then those charts are known as control charts for variables. Quantitative measurement means some of the parameters, for example, weight of a component. Weight is one of the parameters. We can measure. This is a measurable one. Okay. Next to dimension or size, also measurable quantity. Okay. Next, temperature is also measurable quantity. And so on. Some of the quality characteristics we can measure. Okay, that in this situation, the appropriate charts are known as variable charts. Variable charts. From one part to the other part, their quality characteristics may be varying. With the help of control charts, we are going to observe the data, collect the data from various samples, and we are going to plot based on that data, and finally we can check whether the process is under control or not. Okay. Coming to this control charts for variables, as per our syllabus we have two types of charts. One is the X bar chart, second one is the R chart. X bar means mean chart, mean of the samples. X is a variable. R means range chart. Everybody knows that range means it is the highest value, difference between highest value and the lowest value. Okay, there are two types of charts. We are going to plot these two charts in the coming slides. One of the outcome for this chart is, first observe, look at the slide. In the X bar chart, the sample means are plotted in order to control the mean value of a variable. Variable may be dimensions, variable may be temperature, variable may be weight, and so on. All these parameters we can measure. Known as the corresponding charts are known as control charts for variables. Similarly, R chart, already told, R means range chart. In the R chart, the sample ranges are plotted. For what purpose? In order to control the variability of a variable. Variability of a variable. How much variation is there among the samples? In order to assess that information, we use as range chart, R chart. Okay? Remember these names. What are the control charts for variables? X bar chart and R bar chart. These are the two types of charts comes under this category. Okay? Okay, in this slide you are observing the control charts for attributes. This is the other type of control chart known as control charts for attributes. P chart and C chart comes under this category. First of all, how to define control charts for attributes? Look at the slide. If the quality characteristic cannot be measured quantitatively, then the items are classified into defective items or non-defective items. So this is a very important definition. In case of variable control charts for variables, some of the quality characteristics are measurable one, known as control charts for variables. But in this case, some of the quality characteristics, for example, number of defects in a casting, number of scratches on a glass, number of defects on in a TV cabinet, and so on. These things we cannot measure. We are going to test, or we are going to classify the items into two categories. One is defective or non-defective. For example, on a glass, so many scratches are there. Each scratch is considered as one defect. One defect. Okay? That is nothing but the control charts for attributes. Coming to this category, there are two types of charts. One is P chart, second one is the C chart as per our syllabus. In some textbooks, U chart is also there. Don't bother about U chart. First concentrate only on these two. Okay? Next important question is, when we use P chart, when we use C chart? That is the important question. First point is, observe, look at the slide. Number of defective items are taken in different samples. In this situation, P chart is used. For example, bolts and nuts company is manufacturing bolts and nuts in a mass production. How to inspect those produced bolts and nuts? Company selects randomly in small lots. For example, bolts and nuts are arranged in lots. In a lot we can observe 1000 items. 1000 items. In a 1000 items, we are going to inspect only few items. Let us assume 100 items. 100 items. Out of 100 items, how many defects are found? Because we cannot measure this type of quality characteristic. Defective or non-defective. We can count the defects or we can count the non-defects. Okay? This comes under this situations we use as P chart. For example, there is a lot of 1000 items. Out of 1000 items, we are testing only 100 items. 100 items. 100 items. Which type of inspection? This type of inspection belongs to less than 100% inspection. Because we are not inspecting all the 1000 items. Only few items we are testing. Therefore, it is not 100% inspection. In case of these products, that means mass production, we are producing products, bolts and nuts. So, in 100 items, how many items may be defective? That we are going to check. Based on that probability, we are going to assess the entire lot. Based on the sample taken, we can guess the number of defects found in entire lot. Okay? So under this situation, we use as P chart. Okay? Next, coming to the C chart, when we use as C chart. C chart is used when the number of items. C chart is used when the number of defects in one item only. One item only. One item means, for example, glass. In a glass, we can observe so many defects. Glass is one of the item. On a glass, we can observe so many scratches. One piece. Glass is one piece. In one piece, we can observe so many defects. Under this situation, we use as C chart. Similarly, C chart is used under these situations. In case of glass mirror, we can observe the number of defects in one glass mirror. Each scratch is considered as defect. Okay? Similarly, number of defects in a casting. In this case also we use as C chart. Similarly, number of defects in welding. In this case also we use as C chart. And in case of cloth manufacturing industry, cloth is one of the product. For every 100 meters, we are going to test whether it is defective or non-defective. So under all these situations we use a C chart. Item is only one. We are finding number of defects. But in case of P chart, it's not like that. There are different items, bolts and nuts, different items, they are different. Under this situation we use P chart, under this situation we use C chart. Ultimately you can remember one thing, when we use P chart means number of defective items are taken in different samples. Similarly, when we use C chart, number of defects in one item. Under this situation we use C chart. Okay. First of all, we are going to concentrate on how to draw X bar and R charts. To draw, for drawing of X bar and R charts, some formulas are important. You have to remember these formulas. Every control chart should have three lines. First line is control line. Control line lies between upper control limit and the lower control limit. For example, this is the control chart. On x-axis we are going to consider number of samples. Sometimes we can call it as sample number. On y-axis we are going to consider, in case of X bar chart, sample means. In case of R bar charts, samples ranges. Okay na? Y-axis we are going to consider sample means or sample ranges. This is one of the quality characteristics, measurable quality characteristics. X-axis sample number 1. Every control chart should have three lines. One is control limit represented by the symbol CL. CL means control line. Next one is UCL. UCL means upper control limit. Next one more line, LCL. CL means control limit, UCL means upper control limit, LCL means lower control limit. Control limit is the center line. This line lies between UCL and LCL. For example, we have considered some samples. All the sample means or ranges we have calculated by observing the data. Now after plotting this information, you may get like this. This is a variation among the samples. So how much information we can give from this diagram? From this diagram it is observed that the process may be manufacturing process. The manufacturing process is under control. Why it is under control? Because maximum quality characteristic is allowable is UCL. Minimum is LCL. If any curve lies between UCL and LCL, then we can say the process is under control. If the variation may be falls above UCL, any at least one data or one sample or two samples or something like this. Here some of the samples falls outside the UCL, outside the UCL. Therefore, from this variation we can observe that the process is not under control. It is the out of control. The process, manufacturing process is out of control. Okay, now this is the idea about control chart. X's we are going to consider sample numbers. Yx we are going to consider X bar or R bar. X bar means mean chart, R bar means range chart. Okay. Next, you have to remember CL control limit, UCL upper control limit, and LCL lower control limit for X bar charts as well as R charts. First, control limit, CL is equal to control limit. First, in case of X bar chart, what are the remembering formulas? First one is the CL. What is the meaning of CL? CL means control limit. In case of X bar chart, control limit is X bar. In some textbooks, X double bar. Depending upon the type of problem, we use this symbol or this symbol. This symbol or this symbol. Both are correct. Means it is the mean of the samples. X bar means mean of the samples. X double bar means sample of sample means. Sample of sample means known as grand mean. Sample of sample means. Sample of sample means is nothing but the grand mean. X bar means sample means. Any symbol may use X bar or X double bar. Okay. Next, LCL, UCL, upper control limit is equal to X bar plus A2 into R bar, or sometimes X double bar also. Both are correct. Don't confuse. This is the UCL. Remember this formula. Once again, I would like to discuss all these parameters. UCL means upper control limit. In case of X bar chart, is equal to X double bar means mean of the sample means plus A2. What do you mean by A2? A2 is the quality factor. Quality factor. It is a constant term. This constant term depends upon sample size. Sample size. Let us assume I am using one symbol, that is small n. Small n is the sample size. Okay. Based on the sample size, this constant is dependent, A2. In the examinations, we will provide one table. That is X bar R charts tables. Okay, next, don't remember A2 values. For different values of n, there are some constant values. Okay, next, what do you mean by R bar? R bar means mean of sample ranges. Mean of sample ranges or mean range. Simple shortcut, we can also call R bar as mean range. R stands for range, X stands for mean, X bar stands for mean. Okay, if you understand UCL means, LCL is very simple. Only symbol is changing here. Lower control limit for X bar chart is equal to X double bar minus A2 into R bar. This is the LCL. Okay. This is about X bar chart. Now we are going to observe the formulas used for construction of R chart, that means range chart. In R chart, CL is the control limit or center line, is nothing but the R bar. Mean range. Okay. Here D3 and D4 are the constants. These constant values again depending upon sample size. That means the value of n. Based on the n value, the values of D3 and D4 are changes. Again we will provide a table for this. Upper control limit is equal to D4 into R bar. Lower control limit is equal to D3 into R bar, where D3 and D4 are the qualitative factors known as constants. They depending upon the value of the sample size, means small n. Okay, right. Okay, in this slide you are observing a problem on X bar and R bar chart. I will explain this problem. First of all, read the given question and try to understand. The following data shows the weight of an automobile part. It's a weight is the quantitative measurement. Therefore, we have to use control charts for variables, maybe X bar chart or R bar chart. Okay. Next, move to the next sentence. 5 samples of 4 items, each were taken at random at an interval of 1 hour each. Draw the X bar chart and R bar chart, and also give your comment on this chart. Some table is given. First column indicates sample number. How many samples are there? 5 samples. 5 samples. What is the quality characteristic? Here quality characteristic is weight of pots, represented in grams. 4 items are taken in different timings. Okay, all are in grams. For item number, for sample number 1, one time weight may be 10 grams. In case of item 2, 12 grams. In case item 3, 10 grams. Item 4, 12 grams. 4 different timings at an interval of each hour. That item is considered. These are the quantitative measurement of weight. Similarly, sample number 2 varying like this: 12, 10, 12, 30, 13. In case of sample number 3, weight is changing: 10, 10, 9, 11. In case of sample number 4, 11, 10, 9, 14. In case of sample number 5, all are 12s. All are 12s. So this is the given table. From this information, from this given information, how to construct X bar chart and R chart. Please listen carefully. First write down the given data. Given data. Let us assume capital N stands for number of samples collected. That means sample number 1. Observe sample number 1. Sample 1 number, how many samples are there? 5 samples. So number of samples are 5. Okay. In each sample, how many items we are inspecting? Known as sample size, represented with some other symbol. Let us assume small n is the sample size. N is equal to 4. Okay. First write like this given data. Next, first let us assume we are going to construct X bar chart. X bar. What are the formulas used in X bar chart? One is the CL, control limit. Second one is the UCL. Third one is the LCL. How to calculate CL? CL is nothing but the X double bar or X bar. Different textbooks may follow maybe this or this. Both are correct. How to calculate X bar? Mean. First of all, for X bar chart, we know the formula: control limit is equal to X double bar or X bar. X double bar is equal to sigma X by N. How to calculate sigma X? Sigma means summation of all the variables. Summation of all the mean mean of the samples divided by number of samples n. We can also write like this: sigma x bar is equal to sigma x1 bar plus x2 bar plus dot 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 up to x5 bar, because number of samples are 5, divided by number of samples capital N. For this purpose, first extend this table like this. Add 3 more columns. First column is for total weight, total. Second column is for mean weight. Next is range. We need all these things. Sigma x is nothing but the sigma x bar is nothing but the 56. We have calculated like this. How we will get total 44? 10 plus 12 plus 10 plus 12. Total weight of all the items means 44. Similarly, for second sample 48, third sample 40, like that, and so on, up to last sample number 5. After finding out total weight, it is very easy to calculate mean weight. What is the sample size? 4. 4 items are there. Therefore, 44 divided by 4 means 11. 48 divided by 4, like that, and so on. Calculate for all the samples, 12. Okay, mean weight. Next, range is also. What do you mean by range? Range means highest value. It is the difference between highest value and lowest value. Consider first sample. What is the lowest value? 10. Highest value 12. Difference is 12 minus 10. 2. 2 is the range for sample number 1. Similarly, for sample number 2, 13 is the maximum value, 10 is the minimum value. Difference is 3, like that. Finally, calculate sum of mean ranges is equal to, add all these things, 12, you will get 12. You will get 56. We know the brain formula like this. X double bar is equal to sigma x bar divided by n. So you will get 11.2. This is the CL. Next, to calculate UCL. UCL, we know the formula. What is that formula? Next, calculate UCL. UCL is equal to 12.95. Next, how to observe the A2 is a constant term. This constant term depending upon the sample size. That means small n is the sample size. So for a sample size of 4, what is the value of A2? This value you can get from table. We will provide this table. So this constant term is A2 is equal to, for sample size of 4, 0.729. 0.729. You can substitute all the values. Everything is there. R bar. How to calculate R bar? R bar is equal to sigma R bar divided by n. That means 12 by 5. Okay, R bar is equal to sigma R bar divided by capital N, 12 by 5. It is nothing but the 2.4. Substitute all the values in UCL and LCL. You will get these answers, 12.95 and 9.45. This information is sufficient to construct X bar chart. Okay, how to draw X bar chart? I will explain. So this is the table related to X bar and R charts. There are three constant terms. A2 is one of the constant term. D3 and D4 remaining constant terms. These three constant terms we can get from this table depending upon the sample size small n. Okay. For a sample size of 4, n is equal to 4, what is the value of A2? A2 constant 0.729. What is the value of D3? 0. What is the value of D4? 2.28. Like this. We are going to supply this table during examinations. If you got a question on this, okay? Okay, this is the X bar chart. In this chart, you can observe there are two axes. One is X axis, second one is the Y axis. On X axis, we are going to consider sample numbers. From this given table, we can observe that how many samples are there? 5 samples. X axis, you have to take samples, number of samples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Okay, next. On Y axis, this is the X bar chart, means mean chart. On Y axis, you have to take sample mean, each sample mean. Okay, observe the ranges of these means, mean weight 11, 12, 10, 11, 12. These are the ranges. What about CL? CL is equal to 11.2. LCL is equal to 9.45. Accordingly, you can take scale on Y-axis. On X-axis, there is no problem. At equal distances, you can consider each sample. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Here, 9.45 is the minimum. Okay, 9.45. Maximum is the 12. Sorry, UCL is the 12.95. Between 9.45 and 12.5, you can plan this scale like this. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 I have marked. Okay, this is a 0. For each sample, that means sample number 1, what is the mean weight for sample number 1? It's 11. 11. Where is 11? This is the 11. Mark here. Dot. Put dot. Next, go to the sample number 2. What is the mean weight? 12. Here 12. Put like this point. And for third sample 10. Fourth sample 11. Fifth sample 12. Like this. Next, finally you can join all these points. Join these 2 points like this. Now, this is a variation, mean of the samples. Observe this diagram. This variation lies within the range because this variation lies below UCL and above LCL. Therefore, the process is under control. The process is under control. This is the conclusion for this X bar chart. After drawing this X bar chart, you have to write this comment on this chart. The process is under control because all the for all the samples data points are within this within these limits, below LCL, below UCL and above LCL. Okay, right. Next, move to the R bar chart. Okay, similarly, construct R bar chart. On x-axis, consider sample numbers. Y-axis, sample ranges. Okay, every control chart should have three lines. One is the center line known as control limit, below line is the LCL, above line is the UCL. We have already calculated, mark those things by considering some suitable scale. Observe the range values 2, 3, 5, 0 and 2.4. So I have considered 2, 4, 6, 8 like that. Maximum is 5. On x-axis we have considered sample numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total number of samples 5. Okay. Based on the given data, I have plotted graph like this. You can plan yourself also. Okay. Next, for sample number 1, range is 2. Mark 2. Sample number 2, 3. It's a 3. Sample number 3, 2. Again 2. Sample number 4, 5. So it's a 5. Sample number 6, 0. Here 0. This 0 line is nothing but the LCL. This is the CL line, 2.4 line, 5.5 is. Join all these points. Observe the variation. This variation lies within the limits. Within the limits means below UCL and above LCL. Therefore, the process is under control. Under control. This is the construction of R chart. And finally, give conclusion on this chart. Finally, write the conclusion for this R bar chart also. The process is under control because all the sample ranges are within the control limits. Okay, na? Right.